What's up, boys and girls? Back at it again with another YouTube video. We are pumping these out, baby, weekly. I've been getting a lot of questions lately, asking me about my cut. You see, I've been getting leaner on social media. Today, I'm gonna be providing you guys with some of my biggest tips and tricks that I do while I'm cutting to get frickin' shredded. But for now, we're doing a little pre-workout concoction of the Rise Sunny D and an orange Gatorade Zero. And I haven't had this concoction yet, but it's gotta be fire. Oh, daddy. And the Sunny D, guys, a lot of people think it's a part of the Loaded series, but it's actually not. It's part of the Blackout series. And the Blackout series does just that. Slaps you in the face with 450 milligrams of caffeine, and then shortly afterwards, you just black out. And this is probably the strongest Rise Pre on the market. Nobody knows that. Everyone thinks it's the Godzilla. No, it's the Blackout series. With the Pre, doing 4 pump caps, and to get a massive shoulder and arm pump, we're hitting SARMs today, doing 1 Rice Krispie treat. I usually do 2, but low on the cals, and these bad boys are 90 calories a pop, I think, so. All right, tip number 1, while I shake this up, might as well get it out of the way. It's honestly one of the most important, is getting enough sleep. Around 7 to 9 hours a night. Unfortunately for me, I do not get that, but you should. I get around maybe 6 clean hours, but with waking up throughout the night, taking a piss, all that stuff, I'd say it's really about like 5. But when you're sleeping, guys, that's when you're recovering, that's when you're growing, that's when your body's just, just repairing everything, it's getting everything back to normal. Usually if I don't get enough sleep, you'll notice, or I'll notice that I'll wake up and that morning shit is just delayed because the body did not get through all of its bodily functions throughout the night. And I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not really a scientist, but like I know it's gotta be, sleep's gotta affect it some way. Sleep is recovery, but taking this does not help with that. Just gotta pick your poison there, down the hatch. That's gas on a hot summer day, dude. I might take this out by the pool, put a picture of Pre, picture of the Sunny D and the Gatorade Zero. Let's fucking live, baby. All right, I lied. Forgot to take the pump caps and the Rice Krispie treat. Getting ahead of myself here. Just because the Pre is hitting me already after that first sip, face is on fire. These are vasodilators. I don't know what that means. Fuck, dude. I was like, dude, right in my ear. But these are vasodilators. I don't really know what that means, but it says it on the bottle. And all I know is that vaso, kind of similar to veins, and veins similar to pump, aka pump caps. So there's gonna be a sick pump with some pretty sick veins in there. That's why I'm taking these. That is bro science. You give me something that says pump on it, it's going right down the hatch, right down the gullet. 4 at a time. That is impressive. And the Rice Krispie. Then again, I don't know. I just learned how to swallow a pill last year, actually. Once they sent me these, I was like, all right, YouTube, how to swallow a pill. Up until then, if I was sick, I'm getting liquid Motrin, that little stick thing you sip it out of. Up until last year, that's what I was doing. And I'll show you guys in the gym. I'm actually gonna enjoy this and sit down and eat it. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Iron Chicken. Just doing a little warm up here before our shoulder and arm workout. All right, second tip I'm gonna give you. You gotta stay hydrated, especially while you're cutting. Number 1, it's gonna regulate your body temperature. Number 2, and this is one of the most important parts, it's gonna lubricate those joints. And number 3, it's gonna keep your muscles looking as full as possible while you're on low calories, just because your muscles are like 70% water. And overall, just drinking a lot of water is gonna make you feel better and have every one of your bodily functions functioning properly. So drink your freaking water. I don't drink water itself. I know it's tough to get in just plain old water. I drink Gatorade Zero, Diet Coke, just anything with water in it, just keep drinking, baby. Around 1.5 liters to a gallon a day is what I recommend. Yeah, baby, drink up. All right, one more thing. My cameraman actually told me to suggest you this. Smart man back there, totally forgot. If you are taking creatine, if you're taking 5 grams a day, that's another reason to freaking get that water intake up. Because I know I'm one of those people that if I slip up on my water intake, the next day, bro, I will be sucked out and dehydrated. I don't know if it's from the creatine, probably is. So that's another reason to make sure you prioritize that water intake. And lifts are gonna be ass because you're not gonna be able to get a pump. Getting a pump already on a cut is very hard. So getting a pump on a cut while dehydrated, nearly impossible. Thanks for that tip, Chris.
Woodrow Wilson.
Nice and loose. All right, first exercise here, baby. Hitting shoulders and arms, and we're going right into the seated dumbbell press. And your boy's got the 20s just to lubricate my shoulders and see how we feel today. Going with the full range. I like to almost touch my shoulders with the dumbbells. Not everyone might have that flexibility, but if you can go as full range as motion as possible, that is optimal. Definitely gotta lube up the gears today. But overall, pretty good. All right, guys, warm-up is complete, but something I saw on my TikTok, somebody made a comment. It was like, oh, the guys with the best physiques or the biggest guys are always lifting the lightest weights. They're a bunch of pussies. And I was looking at it, I was like, this guy has no idea. I'm about to go into my working sets for shoulder press with 50-pound dumbbells, doing 12 to 15 reps till failure. And that is not heavy. It's not heavy at all, but strength is relative. So for me, for 15 reps, that is fucking heavy. Don't focus on the weight, focus on the form first and pushing hard until failure. Wait till you see how hard these sets are gonna be. Leave the ego at the door and just train hard and get that full range of motion and that muscle activation, because at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Because if you're bitch repping 80-pound dumbbells and going halfway down, you're not gonna get the full benefits as if you're going full range of motion, slow and controlled with 50s. So that's my thoughts on that. Don't ego lift, but of course it's fun now and then, but most of the time, don't ego lift. Holy shit, man, I almost just blacked out.
Really went till failure.
Literally, man, which brings me to my next tip. When you're cutting, do not, I repeat, do not change your training style. Whatever you freaking trained like to build your foundation and to build your bulked ass physique, that's what you gotta do to maintain it on a cut. Hopefully you were training till failure on pretty much every set and working your ass off during that bulk. Because if you weren't, then you're gonna have to train harder on your cut just to maintain that muscle. It is way harder to maintain your muscle in a deficit than to build muscle in a surplus. Like if you're building muscle in a surplus, all you gotta do is you still gotta push hard, don't get me wrong. But you do have to progressive overload, which is easier when you have a lot of food in your system. But you gotta fight and claw to save that mass while you're cutting, my man. So train hard, train till failure, and don't change it up if you were doing it right in the first place. That's that tip. Fucking watch that, dude. I'm playing too much UFC 4. Bonus. Yeah, not happening. Oh, fuck. Dude, the pump is alive. It's not time for the reveal yet, but the pump is brewing. I don't know if you could see it through the shirt, but I feel it. I just feel significantly tighter after just one exercise. And I attribute that all to the Rice Krispie treat. I feel like fucking Derek from More Plates.
Oh, my mom was right. You've changed. I don't know you anymore. swallow because of what you've done, what you plan to do. Stop. Stop now. Come back. I love you.
Liar!
Didn't kill anything.
Oh man, I try to stay as strict as possible for as long as possible, but that shit just gets so heavy. But the veins, dude, veins are coming along. I don't know if you can see it in this lighting, but I'm catching the good lighting and I'm seeing all these veins. It's a good sign, dude. Thighs are pumped. Means you're getting leaner and actually getting somewhat of a pump. That's good. That's good shit. All right, guys, little pro tip here. A lot of people overcomplicate this movement and they just straight up get it wrong, honestly. So what you want to do, or what the average person does, is they bring the bar up and they go, because it's called the skull crusher, they'll bring the bar right to their skull. First off, if that bar is too heavy, you're gonna die. Literally gonna crush your skull and beat your own brains in. It's just not getting the full range of motion. What I like to do, and what I think is the right way, is to bring the bar back a little bit before you even start. And when you go to perform the first rep, bring the bar behind your head, fully extending the tricep, getting that full stretch, look at that. And then right back up and stopping the rep as soon as you see that bar come right back up by your eye. And that is the full stretch right there. And that doesn't take any tension off the movement while you're going, opposed to the other way. Yeah, my tries are on fire already. Holy fuck, man. Yeah, that hits you like a ton of bricks. A lot of people complain that they can't feel it in their triceps. It's probably because they're doing it that bogus ass way, where you can't really fully stretch the tri, and you're just hitting your own skull. So, full extension, behind the head. Jesus, bro, oh my God. Are you seeing this? I don't know if it's the Trend Twins t-shirt, or if I'm actually making really good progress, dude. I feel like a lean unit.
They're laughing. And you. They think you're weak. Stand up and show them why you're better!
All right, I am definitely making a shitload of progress here. I am down around 15 to 16 pounds. And in order to lose weight, this brings me to my next tip. You must be in a calorie deficit. I know you probably heard that a gazillion times, and you probably know what it means already. But in terms of how much in a deficit, my recommendations over my 8 years of experience of lifting, actually honestly like 10 years, but 8 serious years of lifting, would be to go as slow as possible. Do not just slash your calories, in half just to try to get as lean as possible, as quick as possible. That's not gonna be the way to do it. That's gonna lead to just a terrible relationship with food, binge eating, and just straight up just death. You're gonna feel like shit throughout the entire cut. My recommendation, take it slow, take it smart. Anywhere from like a 200 to like a 600 calorie deficit, that's on the high end if you can handle it. But just take it slow, stay disciplined, create smart eating habits, and just take it day by day and focus on having good lifts and just executing on the diet, the cardio, and the training. Build some momentum. Don't just try to do it in like a 4-week starvation island diet. That is not the way to go about it. You're going to lose a lot of weight doing that, but will you sustain it in the next few months? No, you're just gonna rebound and binge eat. So it's like golf. You let the body do the work as you're putting in the right steps, and let the body do its natural thing, taking in less energy, expending out the excess energy. Same thing with golf. You got a beautiful driver, you don't want to just hack it. You just want to set up nicely, let the club do the work. Nice analogy there. All right, next superset, we got some dumbbell preacher curls, and ideally I would like to lift this thing up, but this is rusty as fuck and it's old, so I'm gonna have to like scooch under it. It's gonna be a little bit uncomfortable, but gotta make it what you got. Doing a set of 12 to 15, but ultimately going to failure. Just cracked myself in the chin right there. See, once again, going with 20s, but just focusing on that form and contraction, and just gets me the pump and the burn I need. And if I was going a little heavier, probably cheating a little bit more. And that's just not the way I like to do things. I'm not trying to half-ass it. I'm trying to just lift the weights I know I can lift and just manhandle the fuck out of them until failure. That's the name of the game. That's how you're gonna get the most out of your movement. All right, on to the second part of the superset here, doing some tricep rope pushdowns. And you're probably saying to yourself, Joe, why the hell do you have 2 ropes there? What are you doing? Just for one simple reason, your boy has a 7-foot wingspan, and 1 rope for me, it's just hard for me to get the extension. It's just a little uncomfortable for my elbows, for my shoulders. The rope's just too short, and I got some gorilla long ass arms. So I like to grab 2 ropes and then grab around like a little bit lower than the mid part of the rope. Pull it back a little bit, take a couple steps back because the ropes are pretty long, and then do my pushdowns from here, leaning forward a little bit, and then fully stretching that tricep and extending. And for me, that is just like butter and hits like nothing else. Same thing, doing 3 sets, 12 to 15 reps here, just ultimately till failure. Oh, the pump that thing delivers is crazy. I don't know, the 2 ropes just allow you to really extend it instead of just like kind of halfway doing it with the 1 rope, at least for me. So if you're having trouble with that, try it out.
We fight for the glory of God, and we win by the grace of God.
Beautiful. Not like a summer day, dude. Summer workouts in the garage gym, in the Iron Chicken, then you just come out here, get a little suntan. But now that the workout is over, I still have a couple more tips I want to share with you, just in terms of making cutting easier for yourself. Number 1, you want to move around more. You want to obviously, you know, increase that NEAT just by moving around, by getting your steps in. I like to shoot for around 8 to 10K. You could push it just to eat more calories, but I shoot for around 8 to 10K. But when you push more than like 12 to like 15K, you could get a little fatigue there, a little extra fatigue that you don't want, that you want to just put that energy into your lifts. I used to push it really too much with the steps. I used to go like 15, 20K. Over time, as the days go by, you start to feel it. It starts to wear on you, your legs start getting sore, and that's not what you want if your main goal is just getting as jacked as possible. So increase your NEAT, yes. Don't just be laying on the couch all day, sitting at a desk all day, expecting that you're gonna lose all this fat. You're gonna have to move your freaking body. And the next tip I wanna share with you is to make smarter food choices. Obviously, that's what you wanna do when you're cutting, but in terms of like keeping yourself full, you want to make smart food choices by choosing the highest volume, low calorie foods that you can. It's coming from mainly whole foods. I like to do freaking just a lot of meat, a lot of meat, a lot of fruit, a lot of vegetables. Like I literally at dinner have like a couple turkey burgers and I have a mountain of cantaloupe. And like just this much of cantaloupe is like a couple 100 calories. Keeps me full forever. And so fruit and just high volume, low calorie foods is what you want to stick to, just keep you full and just not wanting to eat. And then last but not least, you want to be locked in. You want to have that discipline laid down. You want to have that as a foundation before you even start a cut. And if you feel like that's something you slip up with, just forgetting your goals and just kind of like giving yourself the, you know, that little extra, you know, bite of freaking, I don't know, whatever it is, a little extra candy at night, I would look into getting a coach. For me, at least, it's been a game changer. just somebody to watch your six and to always, you know, kind of monitor what you're doing, just to always constantly remind you of that goal. It's been a game changer for me, and I have been super locked in. I've never seen like this good results in this short period of time of cutting. Maybe get a coach, maybe, or just if you have your discipline locked down, just stay disciplined, stay the course, and do everything you need to do to get that dream physique, baby. But with all that said, ladies and gentlemen, hopefully that helps out. But that's the end of the video. Your boy is starving. I am so hungry. I need my post-workout meal like ASAP. So that's the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope this helped you out. Hopefully you hang on to those tips and utilize them into your own fitness journey. And hopefully you get as shredded as possible. That's all for today. Like, subscribe, comment for the algorithm. What else? Oh, with the bell notifications. So every time I post, you get a little ding there. Get shredded. Peace out.